What's up, everybody? Stevie Johnson, wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. And for this interview, you just go understand who I am and why I am who I am, and just the things that I do. So, rock with us.
All right, so Stevie, you are basically the total package. You put up huge numbers on the field all year, and you also are a little bit of a personality for the Bills. What got you started with football?
It basically started, as a kid. It was in a situation I was in San Francisco, California. At this point, a lot of people was doing like negative things. Either hanging out, selling drugs, getting in trouble, trying to do things to fit in. And my parents always looked out for me, and they always put me in the right position to to stay out of trouble. And football was one of the things. Football, basketball, is basically all sports, baseball, everything. Even though I was terrible in baseball, but it kept me out the way. And I was focused, and that's pretty much how I started. Just trying to stay out the way, stay out of trouble, and that's how football came about with me in my life.
Awesome. Did you have, throughout your years playing at Kentucky and high school and now your pro career, did you have one coach that was very influential and really started your career off?
Yeah, actually, it was my basketball coach, my AAU coach, Coach Fully. He was the type of coach that didn't take any crap, and me being who I was, like, everybody knew, okay, we got Steve Johnson, whatever. He can do whatever he wants to, basically, because that kind of comes with being the guy on the team. But Coach Fully, he didn't care about any of that. He yelled at me just like he yelled at everybody else on the team. And I really appreciated that, because it was nothing easy given to me. Even though when it came down to playing the games, it seemed pretty easy. But if I made a mistake, even the smallest mistake, he was on me. Steve, go run 20 laps, go back and do these suicides, these gashes, and all that. And I think it made me who I am. Because I can be coached by anybody now. I like to say I'm coachable, and Coach Fully, he basically started that for me.
After starting this season out so strong, beating the Patriots and everything, what has the energy been like in the locker room after the last couple of losses?
It's tough right now. The guys, it's not really as high as it was, and that kind of comes with it. But it's a strong group of guys in that locker room, because they all realize, there's good and bad with everything. You're not going to go through a season undefeated. This team is going to face some type of adversity, and right now we're going through it. It's a tough spot. We've been putting up basically 6 points in the past 3 weeks, and it's really unlikely. Like, for the Buffalo Bills as an offense, we've been moving the ball easily. But the past few weeks has been tough, and that just comes with a bunch of guys that's still strong-minded, and feel like we can get through it. But the locker room is still confidence in there, but it's not as much talk going on like it was, when we were winning. So we got to get back on track.
With all the injuries, including your own this year, how have you guys been adapting to that? What are you guys going to do to turn the season around?
That's tough. You never expect for guys to go down how they have been. This past game we had 5 or 6 guys just in the receiver room that went down. And you just gotta be ready. We got guys like Kamar Aiken, who's brought up from the practice squad, who's just got to be ready. It's a tough game. This NFL thing is crazy. But you laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me? Because we getting injured all over the place. But it's this part of the game, though. The NFL is tough, and people just got to be ready. That's it.
All right, so that's a little bit of you on the field. We're gonna switch to what Stevie Johnson is like off the field.
Yeah.
What separates the Stevie in the football uniform from the Stevie in real life?
I'm cool. I'm easygoing somewhat. And on the field, I'm more serious. I kind of had this little why so serious thing going on. But I'm really like the total opposite of that. On the field, I'm very serious. Off the field, I joke around. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to hang out with. As we see, we all chilling in here. But that's pretty much me.
So, what is the best joke that you've ever pulled on a teammate?
I like to reach for the water. It's we always got like water bottles during practice and everything. And I got one of my guys. I loosen the top on the bottle, and you know, walk over there and hand him the bottle. Like, yo, man, you've been working hard. You go back to drink it, and top fly off, and all the water's going on his face and everything. And I just try to slide on out. You know what I'm saying? Coaches looking around, but I'm already gone. Everybody looking at him with my face full of water. So that's a good one.
That's funny. From what we see on Twitter, you're kind of also a jokester along those lines, and we saw that you dressed up as your coach for Halloween. How does this affect you?
Let's go with this.
Yeah. Coach. I mean, I dressed up as Coach Gailey. At the time, we were doing pretty good. You know, we had a few wins, and you know, I felt like it was okay to do that. You know, I wouldn't have done it right now if we were, you know, what I'm saying, slumping how we are right now. But you know, Coach know my heart. He know how I am. He knows I work hard and everything, and he knows that I'm mentally prepared for games week in and week out. So it was pretty cool to play that joke on him, and he was with it. You know, he didn't act like, oh, you can't play jokes on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the head coach. Get things together. Act like a grown up. I mean, he knows that, you know, I work hard, so we're just having fun. That's what it's about.
You were talking about your Why So Serious deal before. You just recently released that mixtape with G5GI. What got you started with music as opposed to just your football career?
It was just the same thing as sports. You know, like the first question you asked, it was just getting out the way. My family, they was in the music industry. My stepdad's a producer. He's been a producer in San Francisco, California for the longest. My sister rapped, my cousin rapped. Everybody did. So when I came out here, I was Ashton Ubodi. He was on the team, but he's not with us no more. But he was on the team. He had a studio. I went through there, and he had an artist named G5GI. So we just in the studio, just collabing on things, and you know, who knows? We was like, let's make a mixtape. Why not? You know, what's the worst that happens? Anybody say they don't like it? Who cares? We just do what we want to do and have fun. And you know, we ended up coming out with the Why So Serious mixtape, and it was pretty cool. It was something to vibe to.
You're originally from the Bay Area, like the hat.
Mm-hmm.
Did you bring your crazy California fashion to Buffalo?
I think so. You know, somebody was just telling me today. They tried to come into the locker room with like some colorful sweater or jacket, and everybody was like, "Yo, you looking kind of bright over there. You looking like a Christmas tree or whatever." And he was telling them, "Yeah, but if Stevie wore it, then you guys wouldn't say anything." And I think they just know me for being like, you know what I'm saying, just outgoing. The way I dress, it's like my own. I can't say it's my own style, like I made it, but you know, I wear what I want to wear. You know, some people come to meetings and everything, they be having the business suits on and all that. I mean, I wear a t-shirt or
keep it casual.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying. I keep it casual, keep it how I want to wear it. I make it be respectful, but you know, I do me. I don't know. I do me.
I respect it. Last year we saw you Dougie, and everyone remembers your infamous Why So Serious dance as well. This year we saw you cook for us, but what can we look for in the end zone for future?
Oh, man, I gotta get there first. I missed that end zone, but I'm gonna do a little more cooking things. I got some ideas to expand the cook. We can do Stevie Johnson. Also, I still haven't done that yet. My son, he's doing it at home every time he catch the pass. So I got to make sure I do that this year. What you want to see? You want to see me do something?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a dancer, so there's a lot of stuff that I like.
What would you do?
I would do a flip.
A flip?
Yeah, I would do like a somersault.
Like a cartwheel?
Yeah, a cartwheel. How sweet would that be?
Cartwheel with then cook?
Yeah. Yeah.
David Nelson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll probably give my game touchdown ball to my girlfriend like David Nelson, right?
I think he gave it to his kid. It's chill.
It was his girlfriend. Keep it going.
Yeah, I don't know. Celebrations is fun, man. Like some people, it's like 50-50. Some people say get in there, act like you've been there before, hand the ball to the ref, which I respect that also. But you know, me being who I am, I mean, I like to have fun, live, love, laugh, man. And when I get in the end zone, it's like a lot of hard work. You know, it's hard work getting in the end zone. So, you know, when I get there, I try to have some fun, provide some entertainment.
And I love watching stuff like that. But how hard is it you being away from your family?
Well, my family is out here, but you know, half the day I'm gone. You know, I'm at football practice. So when I get home, like maybe the kids is asleep or something, and then I'm tired already from all the work, and then I go to sleep and wake up and do everything all over again. So it's kind of tough, but that's a part of the business. That's life. We got in this game to play football, and now we're getting paid for it. So it's like a give and take thing. If I wasn't getting paid for it, then I'd be at the house, probably 24/7. So it's just something that we got to deal with as grown-ups.
What are your 2 mottos to live by? I think that you have some tattoos showing
Yeah. Well, one I like to go by handle business and have fun. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you handle business, you allowed to have fun. That's how I feel. And live, love, laugh, and tattoos. You live. We all living, loving, laughing. Is also self-explanatory. And then also just learning. You can add learn in there. So everybody, man, make sure y'all go by that. Handle business and have fun. And live, love, laugh, and get tatted, baby.
What's your favorite tattoo that you have?
I have a few. I got this SF Warrior on my chest, and I like this Carpe Diem I have across my neck, and touchdown.
That's not what she's looking for.
Nah, but and the Carpe Diem, seize the day. And it's tough because that's a challenge. Everybody don't feel up for it to make the most of every day. But there's opportunity everywhere. There's opportunity everywhere we go, and just gotta seize the day, try to seize the moment.
Do you remember what your first tattoo was?
Yeah, my first tattoo, it was a Wolverine on my arm. And I got it when I was 16. I turned 16, and it's not there no more. I got it covered up right now, but that was my first tattoo I got on my birthday when I turned 16 out in California.
All right, so in the near future, what can we expect from you, either on the field or off the field?
I don't know what I'm gonna do next. So, I guess when it comes to football, I can just say I want to get in the end zone more, provide more entertainment for the fans, for the people who pay their money to see us, and hopefully we get some playoffs and maybe a Super Bowl. But that's on the field. Off the field, I don't even know. I'm just going with the flow.
You're just doing you.
Yeah, just doing me.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Appreciate
it was
it.
awesome
Appreciate
talking
it.
to you, and
Yeah.
there we go.